Hey, Steve Stine, thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at a really fun and versatile guitar from Paul Reed Smith. This is the Vela, and it's part of the S2 line. It's made in Maryland, and what I really love about it is it's really easy to play. It's got this edgy, offset, kind of contoured, all mahogany body. And what's really cool about it, being part of the S2 line, the body is one piece. So you really only have three pieces to this. You have the body, which is all mahogany. You have the neck, which is mahogany. And then you have the rosewood fingerboard. And then, of course, we've got the S2 locking tuners, which makes it really easy to change the strings and keep it in tune, that sort of thing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this a little more in depth, listening to the pickups and that sort of thing, and talking about how it feels. Now we're going to start back here. The Vela has its own unique bridge. It's a plate-style top-loading bridge with two adjustable brass saddles on an aluminum plate. So it makes it really easy because, of course, you can just put your strings on, the ball end goes right back here, and you're ready to go. And it's really specifically designed to produce better sustain and perfect intonation. So when I was doing the jam that you had heard earlier, there's a part in the solo where I was able to get really a lot of sustain out of that. So again, what I really love about this is that it feels really balanced. The guitar, the neck, and the tones, which we're going to look at. We're going to look at these two different pickups here. So let's go ahead and move on to that. So what we've got here in the bridge, we've got a PRS design DS1 humbucker, which I think is the same one that they use in the Starla. And this one actually has a coil tap as well, okay, built into the tone control, which splits that into a single coil. So we get a bunch of different kinds of tones that we can get out of that too, and we're going to look at that. And then if we move up, we move into this. We've got our neck position pickup here, which is the Type D single coil. And I think this one is unique to the Vela guitar itself. Now this one's really cool because it has a vintage style kind of punchy tone that sounds great when you plug it in. It doesn't matter whether it's into a pedal board or directly into the amp itself. So, and it's really this neck that kind of, the pickup on the neck is the one that kind of inspired the jam that I created at the beginning of this video. Because it just sounds funky. It's very airy and very vintage sounding. And it sounds really nice. So we're going to look at these two pickups, the three positions, and then the coil tap, and see how they sound with a clean tone, a crunch tone, and then a heavier tone. All right, so first what we're going to do is we're just going to take a clean tone here. And we're going to go through all three pickups here so you can hear what they sound like. Okay, so I'll just make a little chord progression and we'll listen to these. So right now, I'm on the DS1. I'm on the neck pickup here. And let's go ahead and go into the center position. Warms up quite a bit. And then moving on to our single coil. Now what's really cool about this is when you take these, and we'll notice this a bit more when we get into the gainier sounds, but if I go back to my bridge position pickup here, and I coil tap that, what happens is really all three of these tones really balance out in terms of volume and presence. And so what I like about this is when I coil tap this, okay, and I do, and we move between these, we can really hear the variety of tones that we've got going on in there. And then, of course, if I go back here and, okay, it gives that pickup just a little bit more pop, which is great for maybe a bit more aggressive rhythm tone or maybe a solo or something like that. So again, if I was playing clean, I could very easily just coil tap that and use all three of those tones comfortably. All right, now what we're going to do is add some gain onto this and explore these tones just a little bit deeper, okay? Now what I've got here is I've got my Kemper and I'm just running kind of a Dr. Z style tone here. So let's start off by just looking at, again, the DS1, this bridge position here, which I just love it. It's kind of an open, airy kind of rock and roll tone. But yet, sounds really nice when I back it off. We'll do the coil tap there. You get that really kind of vintage, kind of chimey tone, which I just love for the... Okay, let's move to the next position here. Okay, and again, being that center position there, we lose a little bit of that chime and it warms up. Okay, and then we'll head over to the single coil here, the type D. Okay, so lots of different varieties of tones that we can get out of those three pickups. Again, adding some gain, but being able to back that off and clean it up as well. All right, next up what we're going to be doing is looking at adding a significant amount more gain. We're going to be looking at kind of a tone that's more 5150 based, and we'll add some delay and reverb on here and see what we get. So we're going to start off by having the coil tap off. So we're on the DS1, and let's just do some soloing here, see what we get. So it still has that airiness about it, that openness, but there's a lot of bite in there. So let's do this. Let's move to coil tapping now. Okay. Okay, not noticing it as much, but that's to be expected in this higher gain region, but I thought I would add this because people are always asking me about guitars like this in higher gain tones. So let's go ahead and switch over now. What we're going to do is move to the middle position. So here's the bridge position. So again, warming up a bit. Okay, and then of course we've got our single coil. Okay, so there's lots of different varieties of tones that you can get out of this guitar, which is really a lot of fun. And it looks great, sounds great, feels great. It's worth checking out. Thank you so much to PRS for allowing me to check out this guitar. And thank you very much to Guitar World for allowing me to do this video. And hopefully it helps you a little bit. If you get a chance, go ahead and play one and let me know what you think of it. So take care, stay positive, and have a great day.